I'm going to show you cumulative frequency graphs. Right, here's some information about weekly wages of different people in a company. We have 8 people that have a weekly wage less than or equal to 200 but bigger than £100. So here, for example, 3 people have got a weekly wage less than or equal to £700 but greater than £600. So we have different categories of wages here. What's required now is to draw a cumulative frequency graph. Right, this is frequency, number of people, but this is cumulative frequency. You can see here along this graph here we've got cumulative frequency. It does not say just frequency. Along here we've got weekly wage. So to start off with, I'm going to draw a separate column here. Separate column. I'm going to call it cumulative frequency. So this is how it works. We've got 8 people here. So between 100 and 200 there are 8 people. Now to get this number here, I'm going to do 15 add 8. 15 add 8, 23. So what does that mean? So what does that 23 mean? That means there are 23 people between 100 and 300. Alright, let's keep going. 23 add 30. 53. 53 add 17. 70 add 7. 77 add 3. 80. We have 80 people altogether. That's just the running total. So cumulative frequency is like a running total. So if you want to know what that 80 really means, 80 means there are 80 people between 100 and £700 weekly wage. If you want to know, for example, what that 53 represents, there are 53 people between 100 and £400. That's what it is. It's a running total. So just make sure you understand how we got these numbers. You copy the 8 across here, copy the first number across here, then 8 add 15 is 23, 23 add 30 is 53, 70 add 7 is 77, and so on and so on. It's a running total. Now we're going to plot these values. You are going to plot the upper bound, that's the lower bound, that's the upper bound, lower bound, upper bound, lower bound. We're going to plot the upper bound, the largest number from this, and then that one. So that one will be along the corridor, up the stairs. 200 along the corridor, 8 up the stairs. So 200 along the corridor, 8 up the stairs. Just making sure these are going up in ones. Yeah, these are going up in ones. Always check what each square represents. Right, so 300 along the corridor, 23 up the stairs. 300 and 23, 23, 23. Right there, 23 is there. 400 along the corridor, 53 up the stairs. 500 and then 70. £780. So you have a graph that does this. Okay, you're not doing a line of best fit. That's scatter graph topic. That's what you're doing. So remember, for cumulative frequency, it's these numbers, the last numbers in the list, and then the cumulative frequency. So now what I'm going to do is ask a question, find the median. Find the median. Here's my question. Find the median. Let's try that. Median weekly wage. So what you need to do, check what the highest number is. The highest number there is 80, right there. It's not 100. Just because I got 100 on this scale doesn't mean the highest number is 100. The highest number here is actually 80. That one. That's the highest number. To find the median, median, half of 80 is 40. So you find 40, you go across. The answer is not 40, by the way. The median wage is not 40. Well, it can't be, can it? If you use your common sense, middle wage can't be 40. Because there are loads of people that have got a higher wage than £40 a week. So 40, go across, keep going, keep going. When you touch the graph, go down. So whatever that's pointing at is the median wage. Now you've got to be careful. You need to know what these are going up in. So you got 300, you've got 400 there. So I think this is 310. I think 2 squares represent tens. 2 squares here represent tens. Just check, just double check. 3, I'm just going to check with this. It's easier. That's 100, 110, 20, 40, 6, right, just 10, 20, 40, right? Clearly it's not working, is it? So you think, well, what do I do? From 300 to 400, right? So from 0 to 100, let's check. 2 squares represent 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, yeah, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? 2 squares does definitely represent tens. So let's work out what this is. Halfway is, that's 300, that's 400, that's halfway is 350, 2 squares, 360. We've got 360 there. So median wage is 360. Right. What if I wanted to work out the upper quartile? Upper quartile. Well, you need to look at the number that's between the 80 and the 40. What comes between 80 and 40? It's 60. Let's find 60. Keep going across. Touch the graph, go down. Better to use a ruler for this. Right, so that's just a little shy of 450. Go back, that's 440. So I've got 440. Upper quartile is 440. What about the lower quartile? Lower quartile. Lower quartile, well, what comes between 0 and 40? The middle number between 0 and 40 is 20. I would say that's 280. So here you have it, lower quartile, median, upper quartile. Now, there might be a question where they ask you to work at the interquartile range. Now, range by itself means biggest takeaway smallest, biggest takeaway smallest. So there's a takeaway involved somewhere, but we've got interquartile range, interquartile. So it's got something to do with this number and this number. The interquartile range is upper quartile, takeaway lower quartile, upper quartile, take away lower quartile gives you the interquartile range. So just got to do 440 take away 280. That gives you 160. That's our interquartile range. in the next video, I'm planning to show you how to draw a box plot. 5 things you need. You need the minimum value, maximum value, lower quartile, upper quartile, median. 5 things you need. The thing with this is that you cannot really work out what the minimum value is or what the maximum value is. But we'll talk about that in the next video. In this video, I just wanted to demonstrate how to plot a cumulative frequency graph.